Everybody, this is Crystal with CrystalsDiversiCreations. So I'm getting ready to add a name to a Stanley cup. This is the 40-ounce Stanley cup, and I'm going to be adding this name, Liza, and I'm going to be adding bling to the name. So come on, let's go. We're going to use the fine tip glue applicators. We're going to be using the liquid fusion. I'm going to test out using a sanding block to kind of sand the name down a little bit. And we're going to be using the Beadland flat rhinestones. And we have assorted sizes. So we have the 3, the SS3, the SS4, the SS5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 20, 30, 34, and 40. So that should give us, the variations that we need to be able to get it covered. And then lastly, we have some alcohol and some paper towels. So let's go ahead and and then I also have my stand for the tumbler so that it'll just hold it in place. So I'm just going to start by taking off the label. And I'm going to wipe that down. And I'm going to get some glue into this. I'm going to get this filled with some of the glue. You don't need a lot, so I'm just going to, I got about that much in there. That's probably way more than I'm going to use, but it'll just remain in there. So this one comes where you can put the ball pen back to keep it ready, and then I'm also going to put it in a Ziploc bag, so to try to keep it, ready. Then this little Beadland set is kind of nice because I know it was less than $10, and like I said, you get all of the different sizes, but in addition, you get a pair of tweezers, and you get 2 of the grabbing pencils. Although I don't use those, I prefer this. I use this to do my rhinestones. So we'll have those once we figure out what sizes we're going to be using. And just put this glue, get it ready. Just sit it there. And some paper towels, just so that we can wipe this down. And I actually put her name back here. And what I was thinking, so I tried it on this small piece of vinyl. I just scraped it with this sander so that it won't be so smooth because it's a glossy, but I wanted to use that so that the rhinestones will show up nicely. But I'm thinking I just want to maybe just kind of go over this a little bit, just so that it has a little bit of a texture to it. So I'm just barely scratching this, just so that it's just not so smooth that the rhinestones just slide off. Now, I didn't see this anywhere. I just thought about it because it is so glossy. It might be too smooth. So this is why I'm doing it. Hopefully, it makes sense. I think it does. And again, barely rubbing it, but just kind of taking some of the gloss off of it. So this is what it looks like now. You can see it's just like a little less lacquer. And when it's back on here, I'll wipe it again. So you get some transfer paper. And just get this, transferred over. And I don't know if it's not grabbing it as easily because I just sanded it, which is perfectly fine. That's so pretty. And this is actually 2 different fonts. I don't recall the exact name of it. I can look it up or try to look it up. But this was one, and I wasn't crazy about the L because it was kind of real swoopy. So I used a different L and just kind of paired them in silhouette. So it's 2 different ones welded together. And you got to do that sometimes. So you create in your own the way you want it. Because I just had in mind to do something where it was pretty but simple. Because I want it to be able to be seen at a glance. I don't want it to be so swirly that we don't even know what it says. So I'm just getting this on here really well because I don't want it to come up. And I'm using a sponge or a little padding on this. I love this this one. I have the one where it's just this on both sides, but I like to do this even when I'm using the Glow Forge. I just feel like it just does less damage to your acrylics and everything. So this looks to be on here pretty well. Get that off. Okay. And just put this away. And then what we'll do next is just wipe this down so that we get rid of the dust that we just created from sanding it. Oh, that wasn't good. Let's try to put this back on. Sometimes that happens. And we got to get it back right. I don't know why that happened, but I know sometimes it does. Move it back a little teeny bit. Gotta be ready for whatever happens. Let's smooth it out again. And when I'm doing this part, I'll be sure to actually add some rhinestones that kind of cross over so we know that that won't be picked up. I'm not sure why it came loose like that, but we all see that it did. Okay. All right, we're back in business. And so from here on out, what I'm going to do, I'll just have all of the rhinestones ready, and I will just try to scatter them about. Let's try to time how long it takes to, just so we have an idea of how long a name this size might take. So I never use this pack. I usually buy the rhinestones that aren't the flatbacks, that are actually for shirts and the hot fix ones. So I had to order these, and it just came in. And so we'll try to just scatter the size so to keep it interesting and not just look like it's just linear. So let's get our glue. And I guess we'll just start up here at the top. I'm just trying to see, maybe I'll have to do it like this. Let's see. And I don't want to do too much at a time. I'm just trying to get the glue down. And because just the way that it just did me, I'm just going to go a little bit, I went a little bit beyond the point because I wanted to, I want to put one just above it so that I know that it's going there. Okay, so these are our small ones. And you want to go with them with the sizes so it doesn't really distract from the letter that it's supposed to be, if that makes sense. And I maybe could have even gone smaller, but it's probably good enough. And just tap in afterwards. Now eventually I want to do I just want to challenge myself and do an entire one. I don't know how that's going to go, but we're going to try it one day. Then I'm going to just put larger one to get that positioned. I think I can still stay with the small guy. And then we're just going to keep going. I'm going to speed up the video until I get back around here. Well, actually, we'll do this whole part together. Let me get something to put my... Okay, so I have some of my lids so that I can put a few rhinestones on them. And when I get done, I'll just put these in something. So I'm just going to take a few. Yeah. I think I'll be using. I don't think I'm going to go too high up on the size. So I don't think that I'll be past like these two. So just take a few of these. This one here. All right, so let's get back to this. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue, not much at all. Trying to get it to go down. And you can do as much as you think, you know, as fast as you can go. So I'm gonna do like to here. I feel like you have, it's probably more than I needed. Let me just move this around. Put my pen back in. Okay. And then decide which size that we're using. So you can kind of scatter them in the size. That's why I needed them out, because I'm more visual. Because like I could have just used a big giant one, but I didn't want to. because I really want to be able to really fill in the spot. I'm gonna get some of these because these are my smallest ones. If there's a little teeny dot there, I want to be able to get it. These are some of the smaller ones. So look right here. And then we just keep on going around. And then what I'll do, just moving that one down a little bit. And like I said, we can just backfill with the littlest ones. And the lucky thing is, with this set, you have plenty of little ones to choose from. But then what's also nice is because this has this nice glare, so you're not going to be able to see it. If you're using something like a white or something like that, you would be able to see it really well. And you wouldn't really want that because then it kind of is not that appealing. This is forgiving. So we don't have to worry about if we don't cover every little piece. That's what I like. That's why I went with the holographic behind it, because it just allows for that. And we'll do this part together, and then I will fast forward it just so that I can work a little faster. Looks nice. So now we'll just go ahead and work through the rest of the rhinestoning process. I will be fast forwarding so that, you know, we can conserve a little time, but that you can still view the process. Okay, so here we have it. It is all blinged out, and so now I'm just going to kind of look it over carefully and see if there's any spaces where we can go ahead and add another rhinestone to make it look, you know, more finished. But I'm very pleased with this. I hope you all found this video helpful. Thank you as always for watching Crystal's Diversity Creation. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, take care.